Hi guys, it's Belle here and welcome back for day 4 of Junk Journal January 2025. Thank you so much to all of you who are new and have subscribed. It really does mean the world to me, and I just hope you enjoy what I'm doing as this challenge goes on. So today's prompt is outline, and I'm going to be truthful with you guys. I've actually filmed this before. I was trying something that I'd seen and it just did not work. I do not like it. In fact, I absolutely hate it. This is it. And I was trying something that I've seen a lot of people do, but someone I really enjoy watching is Suzanne Rose Art. I will leave her link down below. Please don't take this catastrophe as any reflection on what she does. I love the idea of watching people using inks and blendable mediums and things. I don't like use watercolor paper, so that's always a boo-boo. And I love the doodle effect, but I really can't do it. This went so wrong. I have two options. I could have just not told you guys and covered this or cut it out and put a new tag in its place, but I like to be authentic and truthful here on this channel, and just because I create videos to share does not mean that I do not have bad ideas and bad creative days, and this is one of them. This actually happened, I think, in last year's either Junk Journal July or January, where there was a page I absolutely hated. And so I redid it, but I kept that page in my journal as a reminder of what I didn't like, and that some days just go like that. But I don't want to do that with this one. I've only got so much limited space. I was also thinking that I might cut it out and put a new tag, but then I'm wasting the back as well. And I know it's only a scrap, but I'm really trying not to do that this year. So I have this piece of paper left over from some of these techniques that I was trying. I really like this. So there's lots of ways that you guys can... Do I want to bring in some of the yellow, actually? I think I quite like the pink and some of the blue, so we're going to do that. Pink, blue, where am I? There's lots of ways you can cover up a page like this. You can, as I said, just literally cut it out and put another piece in its place, or you can end up putting gesso all over the whole thing and just covering the whole thing up. So you can easily do that too, or you can collage all over the top of it and pretend that it's not there, it's just hidden underneath, like really bad treasure. Do you remember that? You might get go on a treasure hunt and then you'd be all excited. Oh my gosh, what treasure have I got? And then you'd open it up and it'd be like a sticker or something. So I want to keep the idea because I want to remember what I did wrong. And I want to keep the idea, but I don't obviously want... I obviously don't want that page. So I'm going to bring in a bit of walnut stain. We're going to keep some of the colour on here, keep some of the ink. There's pops of yellows, blues, and that. So that's what we're going to do. As I said, I like to be authentic and honest with you guys. This just didn't go right. This is something I need to practice and play with and maybe never do again on camera. No, I'm kidding. Sometimes we just have bad days, and that's okay. I am going to glue this down. There's a lot of medium on here, so I'm going to glue up the top here first. Yeah, it just didn't go right today, and that's okay. Tried something, and you always learn. Even if it doesn't go right, guys, you always learn from that mistake because you learn what not to do. And sometimes that's just as important as what to do. And sometimes it's going really wrong and then it goes right and you're like, okay, I thought it was going to be a disaster and it's not. And then sometimes you think, oh, this is a disaster, and it is. and that's okay too. It really is. As I said, I want to be authentic with you guys. It's wonderful watching creators who are so talented in their art and their techniques that almost everything they do works out beautifully. I'm not one of those creators, so if you have subscribed to me, I'm sorry to burst your bubble with that, but sometimes things go wrong. Quite often I have boo-boos, and sometimes, well, most of the time, those will actually work out okay. Today was not one of those days. So, we're filming again. We're starting from scratch-ish. We're not really starting from scratch because I used the paper that, funny enough, I was using the stencils on. I said in that video, but obviously you're not going to see that video, so let me repeat it, that I like to use tea stain paper or white paper to spray or use stencils or paints or when I'm splattering, because it gives me, I feel like that now needs inking, it gives me an interesting paper to then work with, which, you know, is fun, especially if you're putting it in a journal or something. So there we go. Okay, and we are bringing in this little cutie today. I haven't used her before. You can see there's some French knot flowers in her basket. Again, if you're new here, I love stitching. Cross stitching was the first big craft that I really got into about 25 years ago, and I stopped doing it quite so often when I really got into making journals. Especially in the last few years, I haven't been cross stitching as much. So one of my goals last year was to really pull out my cross stitch stuff again and do some, and I've been enjoying it. And one of the things, another goal from last year, was to learn some new techniques or play with techniques, and one of those was slow stitching, and I've really enjoyed using cross stitch techniques or stitching on paper products. So I've done her little French knot basket, and I think she's beautiful. And this is why I went for brighter colors on here, because I've used pinks and yellows and greens on there. Now the word is outline, and I feel like we've got outline on here a couple of times already, because you could say the outline of these, and I can go round them with a pen. You could say the stitching is an outline at a push, but I also have this scrap from a die cut, and when I was thinking, well, we've got some bright colors on here, this is like obviously the negative, so you get the outline of it. So we're going to bring that on here, and now I want to bring in some other colors and things like that. So again, I'm going to grab my scrap box and everything, and I just really want to play. I want to play with some different things. See, I like that too. I like that. We've got like some blue here. It would cover up a lot of that pink. Would we prefer it over here? Would we prefer it down the bottom? Would we prefer it not to be on there at all? I don't know. I kind of like that. So let's just bring that in. There's a lot going on here, so I don't want too much, but I also just want to do what I feel comfortable doing now, and one of the things I feel really comfortable with is layering and collaging. So that's what I want to do. After a disaster page, sometimes it's good to go back to something you really, really enjoy. I don't think this works on here. I'm going to take that off. I think these work on here, but I don't think that works on here. So we're going to definitely, I think I might just glue that down now, actually. I just am going to. I'm going to be brave. Normally I don't glue this early, but I'm going to be brave after a bit of a disaster. And you can see ink went on here too. I don't mind that because it'll probably get covered. I don't know why I try ink for these challenges. I just don't know why. I'm no good at watercolours and things. One of the main reasons is, did I already say in this video? I don't know. I've filmed 2 videos, so I can't remember what I'm saying in each. is that I don't like using watercolor in my journals and things. It's a thicker paper. So I'm looking through my scraps. I just don't really like using it, but I know obviously if I was to use it, that would probably give me the better effect that I might be looking for. But there we go. I don't want to use it. I want to be stubborn and then try and work out why it's not working for me. Because you're not using the right paper to put it on. Let's pull this one out because this might be fun. Oh, that's really ribbed on that side. Do you see the texture there? Oh, I need that. So, yeah. Actually, we've got a little bit of cross-stitch fabric too. It's very white, but let's see. Let's just see. No, too much ink. Okay, let's play with these things. Let's play with these and see. We've also got a lot of different bits in here, actually. Let me just see if there's anything in my little box. So yes, things don't always go right, guys, and that's okay. And you can have the choice to carry on or not. But as I said, I want to be authentic with you. Oh, maybe some of that. I want to be authentic with you guys and just let you know, yes, I had a disaster. I didn't enjoy it. We're moving on. So, I have a lot of different bits in here, actually. Maybe we bring in some of the black. I just feel like there's a lot of colour on there, which can be okay. Don't think we need that, but let's pull it out anyway and just see. Might as well just pull things out and see. Okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that as I pull out a gazillion things. Oh, and I had these too that I was thinking of using. All right, where's our little girl? Oh my goodness, she's trapped. Ah, no. Now I've dropped something on the floor. All right, so I want her there. But what I was looking at was this Edith Holden piece, because it could look like she's actually standing in a garden. If I folded that so that we had more of the flower there, then she'd look better over here. So maybe I don't need the fold. Let's rip that. We don't need that bit. So yeah. I think I don't want so much white here, or cream. It's not white, it's cream, but still. So another way you can say outlining is using your ink, because theoretically you are outlining. You're making it stand out on your page. So, you know, there is that. We're covering up all that yellow now at the bottom. But that's okay. Let's bring her on. She's so cute. I definitely want this on here. I'm wondering if I want to pop it onto something. I need some black card. Hold on. So I have my black card, and that would look quite good. It's quite a pop of black. I think the only way we can see if we really like that or not is to cut this out and use it there. Let's have a look. I actually really love it. I do really love it. So we're going to glue this on here, and then yeah, I knew there was black. This needed it. There's a lot of colour for me. Not as much as was underneath. But I needed a bit of black to really, I don't know, make it feel more like me. Okay, I want this. Now, thankfully, my glue dried clear because where is... Oh, I tell you, the chaos on my craft table and around me right now because of what I was doing before on the previous page. No, it was awful, guys. And I want to trim this, I think. And let's trim down this side too. And this side. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Where's that come from? So we're going to bring this on. I want this on here. I'm going to have a little girl with her basket of spring flowers. It's not even spring yet, but I'm obviously thinking about it. And then let's bring in some other bits. Let's just layer up. We've got another little bit of yellow there. Something needs to go here. We do have some more of the blue. This is quite bright, but that's okay. I like the lines that it's bringing in too. So I want the flowers on top or underneath. We can put them on top for now. Okay, liking it. Oh my goodness, this is going so much better than the last one did. I also have this. What would that look like? Would it look weird? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's just go for it. Okay, we could have the yellow. So we could have it larger like that, or we could have it smaller and just kind of peeping out, or we put it on top. I don't like it on top or underneath. Something needs to be here. Neither of this is going to work, I don't think. Unless I had it at an angle like there. Could try that. Again, I just don't realistically know until I actually do it. So let's just do it. And then we can make that decision. Like under there. Like that. Just a little pop. Okay, I like that. I like that. Like so. All right, I did have a little bit of white Aida, so let's bring some of this in. I don't know where it's going to go or why or what, but I want to bring it in because we've got some stitching. So we'll see how I like it or don't like it. And obviously we're going to fray the Aida. The one thing you don't want to do with Aida when you're stitching, fray it. Unless your piece is finished and it's part of the finished design, obviously. This is very white on here. Okay, I like that on there. Do you know what? I'm looking at these flowers and I'm not sure I like them. I'm liking everything else, but I'm not sure I'm liking this. We've got, sorry for knocking you, we've got something a lot darker. Let's see if this would work. I like that more. I do like that more. Let's have a look. I've got some purple. This is handmade paper, guys. Again, I'm going to say I don't know, but until I actually add it, let's move our beautiful girl off here. I don't know. I like that better, if I'm honest. I do like that more. We do just have some music paper, which is my go-to. If something doesn't feel right, add music paper. That's how I feel in life. And again, this is vintage music paper. If we do it at a bit of an angle, let's see how this looks. Because something's just not right. I think I like this or the music paper. I think we're going to go for this. We're just going to go colour today. That's what we're going to do, guys. We are going to go colour. What I might do is I might stitch along the bottom of here, though. And I'm wondering if I want to bring in some stitching here as well. It'd be great if it was hand stitching, but it's not going to be. So what I am going to do is I'm going to stitch these and then I'll be back. Okay, they've been stitched. Now, another thing I like to do, if you're new here, is I like to do 2 lines of stitching sometimes, but stagger them. It's just something I like. I like the look of it. I like threads hanging. Oh my gosh, I feel so much more relaxed about this page right now, guys. It's making me happy, which the other page just made me so unhappy. So yeah, but as I say, you learn from the things that go wrong just as much as, well, probably more than you learn from the things that go right, especially with creativity as well. And sometimes things really do work out for the best and sometimes they don't. So funny enough, the piece of paper that I was using as the background for the horrendous piece underneath here has turned out to be a great background for this. So something came out of all that. And that's okay. This is a lot of colour. I mean, I know this journal said, I want a bit of grunge with some pops of colour, but I wasn't expecting it to want so much colour. I mean, that just feels very not me. Right, we're going to put her about here. Do I want this over a bit more so we see some of the blue, which would mean she could be more over here? Or do I like it like that? I think I like it like that. So yeah. So I don't know. Outline, inking, this negative die cut. Am I pushing the idea of outline a bit too much? Maybe. But, you know, take pity on me. I had a really bad experience with the underpage. Now, one of the things I'm slightly annoyed about is my white pen. My Uniball white pen has stopped working. And that was something that I did want to come on and kind of outline. I'm not doing all of these circles. I only want to do random ones. And again, this is outlining in a very basic way, but it was interesting actually. I'm still trying to catch up on all the videos. But it was interesting how many of us, including Meg, chose to decorate our cover for the cover prompt. I thought I was taking it too literally, but it looks like all of us felt that way. Let's just do some little dots in these. Some little mark making. Just to add a little bit of interest. So I just wanted to get playful, but that was not good playing on the other page. But things like mark making and that aren't really things I normally do. So it's quite fun to kind of bring that element in. Now we need, oh my goodness, I can't even find it. And such a good job that I didn't cut out the word outline and stick it onto the other page, because obviously it would be lost. I can always print out another one. It's not that hard. But, you know, I'm just glad I don't have to. And what did I have? I had a little label. I've said I love labels. Do I want to put, I don't want to put outline on there, but maybe, oh, I want to put outline down there, and we'll put something else on there. That's good. That's all good. And we've got all that kind of negative space up the top, but it's got interest with the inks and that, so that's good. Let's get this glued down. Oh my goodness, guys. I just don't know. I do find it interesting that when I'm doing challenges like this, the Marguerite Miller, the junk journals, this kind of thing, arty journals, it does bring out my more of colour in me. I don't tend to work with colour a lot in my usual crafting. My craft tends to be very muted, grungy, more nature colours, browns, greens, except when I'm doing a lot of my gothics, which are blacks and reds. But they're my go-to colours. And yet when I do this, all of a sudden I start adding things that I wouldn't normally, which is, you know, that's actually quite a lot of fun. I'm wondering if she needs something behind her. I don't know. Right, I want to ink around this, and then what I want to do is again do an outline in my black pen, which is something I do a lot anyway. And we are going to find a word for this because, yeah, we need a word. So let me grab my rub-ons and I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I love to use the Tiny Text Tim Holtz Remnant rub-ons, which are TH93695, and I love them because they come in black and white, and they work really, really well, even though the other day I discovered something they don't work so well on. But, you know, that's not Tim's fault. He wasn't like, oh, okay, she's going to use it on wax paper, not wax paper, like parchment paper that has inks all over it. But they did still go on. It was just a struggle, and I lost some of the letters. Okay, so I've put enjoy the journey because, you know, you have to enjoy the crafting journey. Even if it goes wrong and you absolutely hate it, just enjoy it. I mean, we're crafting, guys. We're having fun. So I've got enjoy the journey, but then I also pulled out Be True in the white because, as I said, I like to be authentic here on this channel. And you've got to be true about, you just got to be genuine and authentic and say when things don't work. And also I was thinking of be true to yourself. Just be true to what you enjoy in your style. You can try other things, but realistically, if it's not going to work, that's okay. Just be true to who you are. And other people might be like, well, you're doing the same kind of thing, or, oh, well, whatever. But you just got to enjoy it, guys. Enjoy it. And what do I enjoy? I enjoy layering. That's what I enjoy. So that's what we went back to. Oh, she's so cute. She is adorable. There's a lot of colour. Now this, oh, do you know what? Actually, she might actually have to go on with, just thought about this. She might actually have to go on with foam pads because of the stitching on the back, which does mean that's going to give this dimension. And I've really been trying to not give too much dimension to this piece because it's a tag journal. And I mean, who am I kidding? Those of you who've been with me a while are already saying in your head, look, Val, we know this is going to get chunky. You are the creator of chunky journals. Let's all just reflect on my Defend Remember journal that by the last few prompts, I was adding real metal and then layering that up. Like, there's no way that journal was ever not going to close. I know not everyone likes gator mouth journals. I know that's a thing. It's a whole, whether you like them, whether you don't, like it's a thing in our community. But I actually don't mind it, and I have to be happy with it because that's how my journals always end up. Now, I'm wondering if I want some splatters on here or whether I just leave it. Do you know what? I think I'm going to leave it. So that's today's one. That's the I'm happy with today's one. And I always like to show it with this next to it, so you kind of get to see it just as is. So the prompt was outlined. We've got the negative from a die cut, which I think of as the outline. We've outlined with pen and also French knots. I mean, back stitch is outlined technically and cross stitch, but I'm going with it. And I've done some doodling. I wonder if I want to do more doodling. The problem is once you start doodling, it's really hard to stop it. So I'm going to leave it as that for now, but I might come in with some white pen. I do think it might look quite cute with some black splatters. We've got some splatter down here already, and we don't have... I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to come in with some black splatters. I'm using, I can't turn it upside down, but it's the Winsor & Newton Black Indian ink. That's what I use. I haven't got my smaller splatter brush, so we're just going to use the bigger one. And we're just going to, oh my gosh, I forgot to cover up my words. That's okay. Just going to come in with some splatters. Yeah. That was the finishing touch this needed. It will also feel more finished once we've got some stitching and a tag on there. But for now... Oh no, I got it on her face. Quick. Should have covered her face up. Oh no. Okay, I got to it as quick as I possibly could. Right, that's all we're going to do. I say as I add some more, but I had it on my brush. Oh, I've got it all over this now. Well, it should get messy. It's junk journaling. Okay. So that's it, guys. That is day 4 for Junk Journal January, and it is outline. Hope you like it. I hope you at least got some inspiration, even from the bad page, on how it's okay. And so far, this is what it looks like together. I'm actually quite liking it. We've got this pink here in this flower, which is quite similar to the pink there, and then this kind of purple. And then, yes, we've got the red, but this kind of darker colour like, and we've got some blue. It's actually coming together really well. I'm really happy with this page. This page makes me smile. It makes me happy. And that's how your craft should make you feel. So anyway, guys, please do like, subscribe and comment. I really appreciate it. And I love reading your comments. Let me know down below. I'd be really interested. What do you do when you create something or a page in a journal that you absolutely hate? What do you do with it? I would like to know. And I'll be back again soon with another video. Until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.